Nobody's leaving the house anymore.
Just because you mentioned Waze, and I think we did on a show, like a recent show we've done, apparently a lot of police officers actually report their own locations to Waze. Because the whole idea for them is they'd rather not pull people over if they didn't have to. They just want you to slow down. So, like, if they report their own location in Waze, it's
I saw somebody made that comment, on the comments, but I was curious. It depends on, I guess, if you're an officer that has a quota. Because I've definitely heard traffic cops that have quotas. Like, if you're not writing some tickets, like, you're not,
Depends what you're there to do. A lot of those highway patrol cops are just there they're cleaning up terrible accidents a lot of the time, and they just want to avoid people dying on the highways.
That's fabulous. That's actually a really good idea. If it's not, you don't have some dumbass quota, report your shit all the time. I like that. Right. I like that. All right,
man,
so...
Hey, real quick, in Florida, I had to drive from Daytona to Fort Lauderdale, which is about 3-4 hours, man. And sure enough, get on the highway, and there's just a cop. And I just, how do I? So I just tucked behind the cop, man. The cop went 88 miles an hour the whole way there, man. I just hung out behind him, man. He was cool.
That works. So their phone, right? We all know your phone is basically like, it's not a joke. It's a saying. You know, that's just a listening device, right? You know that. Speaking of it, freaking phones.
See what I just did, man? No, but we were thinking about it because if you say, okay, blah, blah, because I'm not going to say it because it'll wake up, it's got to be listening to everything else in order to understand those words. It's listening for me to say those words, so it's obviously listening.
Good point. That's a very basic point I didn't even think of. So it's, and there's been too many coincidences all of us have had, whether it's been you talk about something you're thinking about buying or certain words, and then all of a sudden it shits in your search results somehow, or ads and stuff.
Is that good or bad, though?
When we were growers back in the day, like, you definitely were more careful. I mean, people will also ask you that. Like you said, are you being spied on? How do you feel about that? Currently, I don't have anything to hide. Do you have anything? That's the main thing. Do you have something to hide? Or some people are just about, why do I have to be spied on? You're infringing on my privacy, man. You know, it's...
What I thought about that, and one of the responses to that is, just because you don't have anything to hide, does that mean that no one should ever be able to hide anything?
It's all too late at this point. If you own a smartphone, I would say you're being spied on. Is that not fair enough?
No, that's very fair.
And spied on, though, for basically so they can sell you shit. Or, honestly, I was talking to High C, who was our copywriter. He kind of is in a little conspiracy a bit about all this stuff. And what he talks about is when they know so much about you, they can manipulate you. They can manipulate your moods. I have an article right here. Facebook wants to predict your moods. I saw this in 2014. I heard about this, and I was like, what? Dude, that's shady, man. They want to control your emotions.
Hardcore team deathmatch.
Yeah, I have a comment on that. I was going to take it back as far as the being spied on. I agree with Guru. The phone is for gain on trying to sell us shit, or behavioral patterns. Your phone maybe just study information on how to maybe make software better or whatever. But as far as being spied on, like, cops are listening, man, or like you're worried about being busted on your grow. I don't know if it's still the same. I was told at one time by a federal attorney that your cell phone is wiretapped, and they have the ability to listen to it. Like, that's a big fucking deal, and it's not easy for them to do. Like, you have to go to a judge, and it could be circumstantial here. But I don't think... Honored. What's that?
I said, I guess we should be honored.
Yeah, so you should be honored. Exactly. But if you have a smartphone, just even if you turn it off or whatever, I think the only thing, what do we have to do, Guru? If you want to be private, we're going to turn it off and put it in what type of bag?
But it's an exchange. That's where the conversation, I think, starts. It's an exchange. I love one time, and it goes, hey, do you like the little Lebowski cheaper? Because somehow we know that you did Lebowski last week, or that you watched it 100 times, or whatever it is, you're wearing the shirt today. Yeah, I do like that. You know, so if they market accessories and they know the right kind of phone I have, when they don't market iPhone or flip phone accessories to me, I mean, it's kind of, you know, they're convenience. I see why people accept the convenience. If I can use Google, well, shit, even I was going to say Google Maps or whatever, They know where I'm going. They know everywhere I'm going. If I use Google Drive, that's the one that works. Is if we were to have Google Drive and use 100 megabytes of storage or whatever it is for free, and then I could get a terabyte for $10. Dude, if we tried to do that without Google, it would cost you a shitload more than $10 for a terabyte.
Yeah, for sure.
They supplement that and everything.
We're behind.
Is it coincidental that you used to be able to, many of them now, but you used to be able to take your battery out of your cell phone? So is that a coincidence that they made it so that you can't even take the power away from it?
When your phone is turned off, it can still be tracked.
Yeah.
Camera still turned on.
Yep.
Microphone turned on.
Yep.
Yep.
It's just freaky, man.
The NSO group is yeah, the people with the Pegasus software that were the Saudis killed Khashoggi.
I do want to BBC homework as far as I've been a learning process. 2 videos though that just have some fun with Scotty. Google Metaverse Mark and look at the videos being Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. You'll see there's about a 10-minute, 30-second video of him explaining what they're trying to do and what it is. It's pretty informative, you know, it's scary and informative. And then after you can search Icelandverse, and you'll pull up a video. Actually, I don't know if it was the governor of Iceland that put this out with their tourism video. It's so good. It's my view of the metaverse. But man, that shit is scary. As soon as I watched that video, the first thing I told my kid, I looked at him, I'm like, you know, you're never gonna have any God for this house. He's gonna be going out or whatever. So yeah, that's exactly what he'd say. He'd be like, Dad, I just got out of this downhill race in the metaverse and it was so bad.
They're taking control.
Hang on, dude, I want to piss you off here, man. First off,
We've lost the lead.
he's gardening in the metaverse, man. That's a beautiful, ridiculous berries. Tastes like snozberries.
Yeah, more to come on that. It's just, yeah, it's very interesting technology.
The motherland
I was like, shitting on the e-bikes to have a place. The metaverse will have its place for different things, but it sure is used in it. Oh man, it's
Bring it up. This guy's out of secret.
it was called the Matrix. I mean, it's
Mop up the survivors and come home.
All hostiles eliminated.
And you'll find it in the last
It's not very. He cuts his eyelashes off. Pretty sure.
his hair thing, his eyes, and then when you watch the Iceland first, they did such a good job mocking him. So
Yeah, it's strange. Look, I mean, come on, it's gotta be a weird ass thing to have, I don't know, a couple $100 billion. I was thinking about all the people in that video that are talking to him, and I'm like, it's gotta be weird to talk to that dude. And just to have, just to have a conversation with him has to be weird, man.
So,
isolating, man.
yes, very interesting. Let's take it to the pro. We got news coming up. The pros list, dugos.com/pros. Go there to shop for the holiday season. It is now December, so I'm all about Christmas time. People trying to pull this shit off right after Halloween, October, Christmas lights in the stores. Come on, slow your roll. But it is December, so happy holidays, and shop for your grow or get some fine CBD tinctures and flowers from Hanover Hemp. dugos.com/pros. All the pros are listed there with the coupon code. Shout out to AC Infinity. Upgrade those fans or tent if needed. I am still blown away by these fans, man. I've only been running one for a week. So awesome. Coupon code dude over there. take it to the news. We have St. Louis lawmakers unanimously, nail it, so approved bill to decriminalize marijuana possession and cultivation.
Hey, can I ask you, so you lived outside of St. Louis? Did you spend time, would you go to clubs in St. Louis, or did you?
Hell yeah, dude. I got my ass, I'm proud. I'm going back to my half redneck days. I'm like, I got my ass arrested up in a club one time. I don't know if I should say why, we'll just leave that alone, but
so St. Louis, pretty good party town?
Definitely. St. Louis is a party town, baseball town. You know, it's good. It's good. I grew up in St. Louis County. I was out in the little, the county area.
Okay.
Is that all your just geographical questions you have?
Just trying to ask, man.
All right. So
never been, sir.
I was big time into baseball when I lived there because it's almost like you had to be. It was like the social event. The Cardinals are a pretty damn good team, and but yeah, now I'm just like, meh, it's boring. So St. Louis lawmakers,
it's America's game, dude. You wouldn't really.
You got to live there. When the heat is on, you have to live in St. Louis to feel it. All right, you don't understand what I'm saying unless you live there. The heat is on. So
good song.
The Board of Aldermen. What the hell is a Board of Aldermen? Do you know, Scotty?
Yeah, there's some kind of like political people or something, man. I do know you can be elected to be an alderman, and it's like a county commissioner bullshit kind of thing, I guess.
All right, well, they voted 23-0.
Low-level political appointment.
23-0 on final passage of this cannabis measure, which is the proposal for Team Deathmatch. Marion, who's only got wouldn't change Missouri state laws at all, but continued to criminalize marijuana. Okay, but local ordinances penalizing low-level possession and cultivation would be repealed. This bill basically just harmonizes our local ordinance with the state's of marijuana. Interesting.
What's up, Dad?
Ounces of marijuana without facing the civil penalties that's currently in place. It would hang 2 ounces. It would also make it so that no resources can be spent to punish adults for cultivating up to 6 fine plants. This is weird, right? We can make these rules, but we can't change state law. But it says you can grow up to 6 plants.
Alderman, it says right here, the city's mayor presides over the aldermen, who represent the people at a city or county level. So it's just basically the mayor listens to these guys, and they're saying, hey, look, we don't want anybody getting busted for growing 6 plants. We're not going to spend anything or but we can't change the state law. We can't go and say we don't have the power to change the state law.
Pipeline established overhead.
Yeah, and this is further would permit city employees who are medical cannabis patients to present their state-issue ID cards to avoid adverse employer actions based on positive drug tests for marijuana. All right, hey, chill out. I got my card. This is why I tell people to consider getting their cards if it's a program that's not too financially burdened to get into, because it can help you out. Medical, like Scotty says, all use of cannabis is medical. Don't think you have to have, I don't know what the conditions list is from Missouri off the top of my head. But potentially you're one of them. They say it helps you with boom, right? That helps you with the, and also in driving situations, if you are in an unfortunate situation where you're going to be tested for THC behind the wheel, that's the charge you in a court of law.
Yeah, when I was going through the airport and that security guard was just
enemy's pipeline inbound.
Looking at my edibles, I was glad I had a medical card. He would have said anything. I'd be, medical state to medical state. And then you can't do that. Sorry, you got to throw it away. It's really good weed.
I think it's way better than
damn.
Forgiveness from the airport security people to
like something happened. I must have gotten older or something, like got younger or whatever, but they don't seem like that.
I think that's a good question to ask a lot of times with things.
I remember going to Portland where I literally had a weed tattoo.
They don't seem like cops.
I think that's a good question for
Hostile pipeline established overhead.
I feel like a lot of things are more suggestive. Is this law? What's going on here?
You just answer everything with, I prefer not to.
Perfect. So your news story, take the soil
Undies challenge. The Soil Your Undies challenge, alright? Here's a little bro talk action right here. I have a little feed down this too, or soil microbes, and this is changing soil health with undies.
Good for that shit,
This
though.
is from, what is University of Illinois and Champaign, Urbana? Is that how they say it? Anyway, Champaign, Illinois. Ecosystem of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that sustain plants, animals, and
Hostiles
humans.
pipeline established overhead.
One may wonder how healthy their soil is, and does it contain a large, thriving community of microbes and critters to be sustainable? Soil Your Undies takes a whole new meaning as a way for farmers to test both soil biodiversity and soil health in the fields. And it's literally taking a pair of cotton underwear. He used a whitey tight. Days later, you see how degraded they are because it's cotton. You know, the plant's going to use, and the soil's going to use for
Enemy care package above. Hostiles pipeline established overhead.
This is a grow hack soil test here. 6-pack of cotton tidy whities. Send it into the lab, man. You can save a shit ton of money.
Wait, how about we change this experiment to situation?
Enemy RCXD detected.
What if you soil them? Will that not help it break down quicker? So you soil your undies and then
Enemy
you bury
counters
them.
pipeline
That
inbound.
technically would be the quickest way, no? You could
Nothing ever even again. After us next year. Anyway,
interesting. That was
kind
cool.
of funny, man.
Cool to think about how microbes work. That's a nice tactic to get people to think. You know what I'm saying? Just on a very basic level about how the soil works. And hey, shit is going on down here, guys.
Yeah, my freaking neighbors would think I'm a crystal meth if I start burying my He's out there again, different spot. Another pair of, they look brand new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, what do you got in memes here, man?
Alright.
Memes up, Scotty.
Oh, shit, look
Now,
out.
this is interesting. Alright,
My
shit,
bad.
I'm sorry, I'm already the best of social media, man. Yeah, alright, fruit salad. What is this, the Mack truck? And this is something, I guess, off Instagram. I should give 420 Globe credit, but that is a beautiful braided joint, huh?
Pipeline inbound.
I like those papers. Where do we get the papers? Are those papers flavored in those fruits then?
I don't know. That is just crazy, though, right?
I like it. Very well braided. That would be good.
And it says, when a stoner is asked to bring the fruit salad. That's good stuff, man.
Remember after we had for dinner and he's... Oh no. Okay.
What happened with Pilates? What did I miss, man?
I think I missed this too.
Yeah, dude, this is from the 420 Friday show or something. What were you talking
Yeah,
about?
I think we're hanging out. Somebody McDopia wants to do some Pilates. And yeah, we had a little fun Pilates talk on 420 happy hour.
Well, the real Fly High 89 is listening, right? And this Pilates guru right here. It says, somebody say hot Pilates. Dude, what is with that hair, man?
I thought I was wearing a wig at some point.
That is my Chad wig, man.
Wait, what's it? That's
Oh, come on, we can't forget Scotty, and it's me as Richard Simmons. Whatever happened to Richard Simmons? I was in this coincidence because I was brushing my teeth this morning thinking about Richard Simmons. And I was just like, what the hell ever happened to Richard Simmons?
What was his angle? Like,
Who
was his demographic?
old women, man, that kind of like hanging out with gay dudes.
Hostile sensor.
Oh, he was gay?
No. You want to get sued, man? Nuts. Anyway, man, he was awesome, bro.
I hope that doesn't mess with your face on Richard Simmons there.
Enemy napalm strike incoming.
How about you,
Hostiles
man?
pipeline established overhead.
Dude, what are you packing there, dude? What are you packing? The real Fly High 89, dude. Looks like dude is ready for hot Pilates.
What's going on with these?
I don't know, man. fucking awesome ones. This is Recharge right here. This is Beetlejuice. Come on. You don't watch Beetlejuice's? Yes, I did. Halloween. What if you could just say Recharge? Say it 3 times, right? Recharge, recharge,
Hostile
recharge.
pipeline established
Oh,
over
here
here.
it is. What if you just say Recharge 3 times?
Enemy care package above.
Here. Could it recharge my head?
Spetsnaz, you're better than this. Strike harder. Enemy harp established above. Hostile attack helicopter inbound. Ну давайте же, we're almost out of time. Enemy's pipeline inbound. Довольно. Collector fallen and move to gas evac.
Bravo, Zulu, nigga.
Medical casualty evacuation point.
How long that movie last?
Too long. Wow. No, I said too long too. Too long. We'll watch a movie at like 9:30, about 10:30. Gone. Pretty gone.
Had lobbies with mangoes today.
Yeah. Right. Eat, smoke, eat, sleep.
No fucking in.
Hardcore team deathmatch. Spetsnaz, you have a green light. Вперед! We've pulled ahead. We're losing. 296, you are cleared hot.
Headshot, nigga. Ain't no way.
Alright, please, I got you.
You know what the fuck I do, baby. Sit down. Sit down. Ah. Sit your ass down. You thought I wasn't coming back? Sit down. What the fuck going on, bitch? Sit down, pussy. Ah, shit. Fuck, nigga. Sit down, nigga.
Please, stop doing me like that.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't want to hear nothing.
Alright, get first place then, bitch.
Oh, y'all that. At least that.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
I'm in this bitch.
He
My
was
house.
41 years old when he passed away from cancer. It was a private battle, and he did not
Fuck down.
publicly or his
Bloodthirsty.
closest friends were aware of it.
Bloodthirsty.
All right, and this comedy festival, this sounds like something amazing to go to. Netflix is a joke. Now, this festival was supposed to happen last year, but because of the pandemic, it didn't. But now it is going to happen, and that's going to be April 29th to May 8th of 2022. So, we know some of the people who will be on that stage. Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Amy Schumer.
Okay.
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Wanda Sykes. Jerry Seinfeld. David Letterman. Chris
Wow.
Rock. Alex Long. Yes, it's going to be huge. And so I think that'll be something really fun to go to.
Where's it gonna be at?
Fuck you,
This is
nigga.
in LA.
Okay.
I feel like we need to be there. So, in addition, there's going to be Dion Cole,
Multiple enemy
Sorry,
spy plane contacts.
Sandler, Kevin Hart, some of our favorites. Pete Davidson will be there, Ellen DeGeneres will be performing. It's what they're calling kind of the Coachella of comedy, but not saying the name Coachella
They
because
better not
we
say
get
that name.
sued. Comichella.
Yeah.
No, they're not doing that. All right, so yeah, so that sounds like something really dope to go to. So that is Netflix. Is it?
That's all I
Netflix
do
does have a
is
lot
go
of
to the
the
same
best
spot.
comedy specials on there too. All right, well that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Missy. Now don't forget, my car show's like 4 or 5 days left, right? Celebrity cars from people like Khaled, 50,
your ass down,
Gotti,
girl.
Trina.
You don't want my car? I got a 2022. No, it didn't make the cut. Okay.
Nah, I got your car next year in New York. I'm gonna But yeah, so we got.
Yeah, that was a nice letdown. That's a
Sit
nice way
rep.
that you
Enemy
let me
attack
down.
helo above.
Your car's
I
really
don't think my car don't
Hostile care package inbound.
You know I got that big shit on the
my
way.
girl Nike Yee over.
Shout out to Nike Yee.
Yes, over at Freeport,
Hostile
Long
Big
Island.
shit on the way. Hurry the fuck up. It's my house.
If nobody was getting in the car, I was listening to everybody else telling everyone, oh yeah, no, we didn't have it available.
your ass down. What the fuck?
Caution with Bobby's. Get your tickets. Kids 5 and under are free. And I can't wait to see you this Sunday in Miami, all right?
You dissed me, though. Y'all heard it.
I did not. All right, well, the People's Choice Mix is up next. Get your request in. It's the Breakfast Club.
Sentry turret available. Your sentry turret has been destroyed.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy Angela Yee, showing the guys at the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Rehearsal Ali. Welcome, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Peace, King. How you feeling today, man?
I'm good.
Life good today?
Spy plane available for tasking.
So let's get into it. There's so many things to talk about with you right now. Of course, we're here to talk about Swan Songs, first and foremost. And if I have anything to introduce, okay, so
Yeah, you know what the fuck going on. Come up out of there.
I think the story is really unique. It felt fresh. You know, it wasn't something that that new opportunity to be
Enemy napalm striking zone.
and I just like the story, the character that I was playing two characters. So,
did I read correctly that?
Check me out. I'm at your mama house. First place.
That's nuts to me. I mean, I don't know why I never thought. I just always thought you
first in 20 years, 21 years.
Yeah.
And you did win Oscars already. I want to talk about that.
Best supporting actor.
How does that
What the
change?
fuck? That was some
Say,
bullshit.
oh, these awards don't matter, and as an actor, right? How did that change your trajectory, or did it? Did it not change things? Did it change things?
Oh, it did. It begins to.
Dixie, what the fuck you at?
12
kills?
I know. I'm not small now.
You know, so like maybe your presence is something in something is suddenly bigger, but you still have to.
Wake that ass up. In the morning. The Breakfast Club. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy and...
We'll get into that as the game gets underway. Back deep is Brandon Powell, just elevated from the practice squad. He'll take it from the 1-yard line. Powell, the Florida Gator with a big opening, and Powell with good speed. A little zigzag to midfield. Powell, welcome to the lineup. Brandon Powell, Chris Claybrooks with the tackle, at least to start. And on first down, Michelle up the middle and tripped up inside the 30. Jaguars rush 4. Stafford steps up over the middle and incomplete. He had Ben Skoranek open for a 40-yard field goal try. And a kick by Gay right down the middle. In the backfield, James Robinson. Good to have him back there if you're a Jaguars fan. He's such a big part of this offense, although he just met Aaron Donald that coughed up the football, and it's turned over to Jalen Ramsey, the former Jaguar, who gets the loose ball. What an absolute monster.
Just throwing other humans around and ripping that ball out as he does it.
Off the play fake. Stafford on the roll, wide open. Odell Beckham Jr. down the sideline. First and goal, Rams. Michelle to carry. Driving towards the goal line. Sony Michelle in for the touchdown. Chenault in the backfield. 4-man rush. Trevor Lawrence will dump it to Chenault. Chenault eating across the 30, short of the first down.
It's easy to say from the booth. Let's catch the
Brandon Powell, excellent run of the mouth. to the 10, and that one's going to die right inside the 2-yard line at the 1. That gaping hole for Sony Michel. That'll dig you out of a hole quickly. There it is. Sony Michel to the outside. Good walk ahead, and Michel twisting forward. Jaguars bring some pressure. Stafford forward high. Going to be cruising the next. He had an opening. Four-man rush. Well open. The defender fell down. And eliminate all threats. Into Rams territory. Up in there.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Shows some pressure at the draw play on Hyde. Carlos Hyde down. 4-2. Sips it over the left side, and it's caught by Robert Jones Jr. See if Trevor can get some points on the field. And he can burn a 4-8. Pocket collapsing. Lawrence will tuck it and run. To the 25. Trevor Lawrence launching forward. He's got the first down. Carlos Hyde, the running back. And it's Hyde who gets the carry. Edge, and Hyde not going to get there. Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 5. Taunting. There he is.
Playing against his former ball club, he's got to
Carlos Hyde, nice little cutback to get some yardage up the middle and down inside the 5. First and goal at the 2. 13-20 of the drive. Carlos Hyde driving it in for the touchdown. And the Jaguars was an impressive drive to get their first points on the West Coast. So Quincy Edwards back, one of the 2 injured linemen back out there. First down, Sony Michel with the carry for Los Angeles. Stafford in the air, wide open, Skoranek with the grab. First down to the 44 of Jacksonville.
You'll be surprised if they go for it, too.
Enemy counter spy plane inbound.
3rd and 10. Stafford waiting, throwing, and down with the catch is Higby, and he's going to be just short of the first down. Or the sneak game from Matthew Stafford. 2nd and 10 at the 33. This is Sony Michel weaving forward, breaking tackles, and a good run. 3rd down and a yard.
Artillery
Michel again. It was 4-3. This from 42, and it is good. 3rd and 9. Rams rush 5. Lawrence in trouble. Lawrence is going down. Ernest Jones. 5 defensive backs out there for the Jaguars. Stafford the throw. Good pitch and catch to Tyler Higby. Higby's got the first down.
Hostile care package in
San Francisco's trying to get things rolling. Stafford trying to get things rolling. Looking deep for Odell Beckham Jr. The pass is incomplete. One-on-one with Rashawn Jenkins. The Rams 46 on first down. Lawrence, quick toss. O'Shaughnessy hangs off this time. Detected in your AO. From the 40. And Lawrence will bobble on the dash with Hyde. And Lawrence is back to the 42-yard line.
Losing this fight.
From the 11. Stafford down to Jefferson. First catch of the day for Van Jefferson.
Rams are forced to get creative. Throws them out of backfield.
First down, here's Cup again. 2nd straight catch. Down to 3. Jaguars rush 4. Stafford to Higby.
Basically, hey, all you guys go block for 44. I'm give you the whole game.
Stafford right back to work, finds Van Jefferson. Stafford. Short and couple. Nice adjustment by Cup.
Artillery targeting detected.
Stafford. The toss dropped by Van Jefferson at the 12.
When you lose a guy like that, you got 20 people around.
Artillery targeting detected.
Having to learn a whole new position.
Hostile care package inbound.
From the 25 on first down.
Enemy counter spy plane
Inside for Robinson.
Artillery inbound.
Pushed in for his block. Give it fire play of the first half. Chased by Paul Miller. Throws across his body. Robinson.
Enemy harp established
Attempt
above.
down, and that'll be incomplete. And that will take us to halftime. Man pressure. Into the air. Jones challenge flag is being put away. It must be decided not worth it. On first down, Treadwell on the sideline. Treadwell tripped up. Second down. This is high. Fumbles the football. And it's recovered by Taylor. First down, Michelle tripped up. First down. Snaps lots of time. The check down to Sony Michelle. Michelle breaking a tackle down inside the 40 to the 38. This is Jefferson in motion again. Stafford to the sideline. Cooper Cup. Lead on the bone. Here's Michelle. An opening. Sony Michelle. Up in motion out of the backfield. It's Michelle again. Sony Michelle riding the wave down. Second goal at the one. The fade to Beckham makes the adjustment, and it's his second Rams touchdown.
And walked the walk through it all.
His 231st start. So first and 10 at the 36-yard line. This is Robinson, who gets 4 and a flag down behind the play. Likely holding offense, number 76. Replay first down. Lawrence over the middle to Chenault. Chenault accelerated 33. Lawrence looking, fires, and he has a first down to LaVisca Chenault. First down. Cardinals, though, certainly in the driver's seat. Not only a 2-game lead every play. Leonard Floyd combining with Aaron Donald. And on first down, Sony Michelle breaking tackles, and Sony Michelle out of bounds. On 3rd and 5, Sargent put away. Jadon Mickens, the deep man. And into the end zone, or is it saved? What an outstanding play by Robert Rochelle down at the 1.
Completely out of hand.
Lawrence, Tavon Austin, slipped through one tackle. Oh, nice move by Austin.
You're going to have to jump out on some of these teams.
Robinson on 2nd and 5, and that's likely the final play of this ballgame. Rams get the win. 37-7 the final.
Capture the objective. Hostiles have the hard point.
They met back on October 7th in Cleveland, and
Hard point is secure.
beat Baltimore 12-9 in
We're taking
overtime.
control.
In that game, Mayfield
We're close to the hard
threw for
point.
342 yards and a touchdown.
This isn't
It's
working.
really
We're
a different
behind.
Ravens team, different Cleveland team since that game some 2.5 months ago. Jackson, of course, has taken over here in the back half of the season for the Ravens. The defense is really good in every category. We're going to see that Ravens defense on the field with a start. As it comes to Peppers about 3 yards out, and he stays on his feet. On the 34-yard line, nice return by Peppers. Give him 29 on the run back, and let's bring out the rookie out of Oklahoma, who's thrown 24 touchdowns this season. He actually has a chance to even break the rookie season record touchdown passes. If he had 3 today, which would be 12 passes, he would break the mark of 26 touchdown passes that belong to Peyton Manning and Russell Wilson. Another big part of this story is Nick Chubb, rookie running back, who's going to get the first handle. He darts to the left, cuts back to the middle, and he's got a quick 6. This Browns offense with the coordinator, Freddie Kitchens, who was your old tight end coach early in your career at Dallas, Tony. They have kicked it up a notch big time since he became the coordinator.
Well, they're running the football really well. This Nick Chubb, everyone talks about Mayfield. There's Freddie Kitchens. He's done an outstanding job. A trick play or two almost every half. And they're getting the ball down. Expect some empty formation today. Get on the ball and play fast like Baker did in college. I want to see that.
2nd and 4. They go back to Chubb.
Enemy counters by plane and bounce.
Seidler and DeVal helped create a huge open lane. It goes for 13.
Well, you're going to see polars, and everyone's going to come back weak side, and Chubb just follows the lead blockers, and I really think This Chubb is outstanding. I mean, really, really. Everyone knows Barkley. Chubb is that next guy, I think, in this class that if you're looking at two running backs, it's those two that stand out head and shoulders.
He's just 9 yards away from 1,000 now after 2 carries for 19. There's a little trickery already. It's Perriman on the reverse, and he's out of bounds at about the Baltimore 42. Now, this Ravens defense of Don Martindale, the first-year defensive coordinator, #1 total defense, #1 fewest yards allowed per play, #1 scoring defense. Michael Pierce, you see him, he was not in that first matchup against the Browns. He was injured back early October.
Yeah, and that's a monster difference because he's the guy, 97, when they want to stop the run, he's going to sit in the middle there. They're Suggs, and they just present so many issues for teams when they know you're passing. Look at all the people at the line of scrimmage. Quarterbacks have to try to figure out who's coming, who's not, and communicate it.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to the right, shrugs the shoulder, goes down the middle, and he's picked off. Right into the hands of Jimmy Smith. So the first pass attempt, after 3 successful runs, is intercepted by Jimmy Smith.
Well, go ahead and watch the blitz come off the side. Baker doesn't know if he's blocked or not. And so he feels like he's got to rush the pass, and he throws it to Callaway, and he's covered. A little tip on the ball, but it doesn't change a whole lot. He would have thrown it a hair inside. But Smith does a great job getting his hands on Callaway. And that comes because a young quarterback just doesn't quite know he's protected on that play. Was everyone blocked or not? You kind of feel like you got to let it go.
All right, out of the gun now, the Ravens' first snap. And Flag's first play comes to a halt. He had handed it off to Gus Edwards. Again, both of these teams with rookie quarterbacks and rookie running backs. Edwards of Baltimore coming on strong.
Snap infraction. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. Faithful job.
So Sean Smith and crew on hand for this vitally important game in the AFC North. And Lamar Jackson, once he took over as quarterback, coming in, of course, after Flacco suffered a hip injury, this has been an incredible run display by the Ravens the last month and a half.
And they continually, each week, tweak that running game to make it difficult. Look at all the nuance.
Here's the throw, and his first pass way over the head of Hurst. You know, with the 6 games that he has started, they have outrushed their opponent by about 1,000 yards. His numbers now, they're not going to dazzle you. He had his first 200-yard passing game last Saturday night against the Chargers, but he's running for 78 yards a game and directing an offense.
Yeah.
Has been very potent.
You're exactly right. Last week they needed it in that specific game. This would be his biggest challenge to me. Because Greg Williams is going to load the box, and he's going to put, look at this, all these guys, the old Bear defense. We're going to put a 4-6, we'll call it. And I'll explain it in a minute, but it's going to be hard on Baltimore.
Here's 2nd and 15, and Edwards looked like he could go down for a loss, able to squeeze out 3 yards. And now the Ravens offensive lineup, as you see it go by you here. Hurst moves to left guard. Alex Lewis out for the 4th straight game with a shoulder injury. And Edwards, again, the rookie out of Rutgers, who has had 3 home starts and went over 100 in each of those games.
251!
A back who did not play a single down the first 5 weeks of the season.
Jim, there's no safety in the middle of the field back here. Everyone is down. They are not going to let them.
Here comes the blitz. 3rd and 12. They pick it up. Sidearm throw. Hurst with the catch. Ball comes out. He's ruled down. He is ruled down, but a yard short of the first. That was Avery who was in on the contact.
So Greg Williams is going to do this all day. You won't see this very often in the NFL. There's nobody back there. They're going to dare Lamar Jackson to throw this ball over and over again, and Baltimore's going for it, or at least pretending to draw him off sides.
4th and a long yard to go. And they do go for it. Jackson keeps it. Jackson able to come off the first hit by Peppers and slide past him for the first down. So an early gamble by Harbaugh, and it pays off.
Oh, I love it. He's not on the line. He's not playing it safe. Just a simple power play. You pull guards and you get your quarterback, and when the quarterback runs it, you get an extra guy in the run game.
Look at Ty Montgomery's block. His first block They'll give some daylight to Jackson, and he had to work his way around Peppers, and he does. So the ball at the 50, and a first down for Baltimore. Fake into the line, and Jackson going up the middle of the field. Brings down his tight end again. This time it's Andrews. Baker Mayfield's old teammate at Oklahoma picks up 28.
They're going to fake. You see no one in the middle of the field back there. Right down the middle's Andrews. Lamar Jackson sees it before the snap. And they're going to make Baltimore throw the football, and Baltimore comes out saying, okay, we're going to keep doing it.
Andrews, who had the long touchdown catch and run last week against the Chargers, went for 68 yards. Picks up 28 on that one. Baltimore moving at the Cleveland 22. Look at that formation. 3 in the backfield along with the quarterback. And it's Edwards for a couple. So the Cleveland defense, Blake Williams is the defensive play caller, the son of the head coach Greg, and today happens to be Blake's 35th birthday. What do you expect? You've talked about this already, loading it up front, sometimes leaving the middle of the field open.
Yes. Yeah, and what they're going to do, when I talk about the 46th Bear, you're going to see this defense get involved where everyone's down and they don't give up that 1-yard run inside. You got to run wide against it over and over. Second and 8.
Jackson throws it away. Boy, he tucked that football under as if to hide it, and then throws it with great coverage downfield, just throws it away.
Like he was going to run to the right, and then he's like, oh, no, I'm going to throw it. They were trying to trick him. And we've seen enough Raven games. A little secret is just everyone tries to defend these outside runs. And you know what? When you watch them closely, Greg Williams talked about Gus Edwards just goes right through the middle on an A-gap run, right down the center for 8 yards, 6 yards. That's what they're coming in here to stop, that play.
Jackson's already thrown 4 passes, 2 of 4. They've run it 3 times. Now they have a 3rd and 8. Pass way wide of the mark. Trying to connect with John Brown, and I'll bring out the ultra-successful Justin Tucker.
Well, once again, he's guarding him, him. Nobody else. Everyone else blitzes. So you can throw it to anybody on the field, but the ball has to come out right away because they have an extra guy rushing, and you just got to be accurate. And, you know, those are the ones that Lamar's got to get a little better on. Just signal a slant and throw it.
Speaking of accurate, the NFL's most accurate kicker all time at 90%, Justin Tucker, from 38 yards. And he's done it again. Last week he missed 2, but they were 50-plus and 65 yards out. He is some reliable weapon for them. 3 on the board. And there's Greg Williams visiting with his team, just surrendering a field goal off the takeaway by the Ravens defense. So 3 for the Ravens on the takeaway points. Tucker about to kick off now for the 2nd time to the Browns. It was week 17 last year. You alluded to it at the start. Similar situation for the Ravens, playing to get in to the postseason. Came down to the last minute. The Bengals had nothing to play for.
That was the miracle for the Bills to get in.
It was. Never forget the footage of the Bills watching the end of this game in their locker room. And this was what happened. It was a touchdown pass from Flacco to Wallace, and things were looking good for the Ravens for a moment. But then Dalton, on a 4th down play, finds Tyler Boyd. 49 yards out, the closing seconds to win it and break hearts in Baltimore.
And that one burns. And you asked him, Tracy Wilson, and you both asked him, did you tell your team about that? And I think he said, no, we're just going in here. We're playing to win. We don't think about that. Different team.
Didn't feel like he had to bring it back up again. No, he said everybody knows.
I agree.
Duke Johnson's the running back. And they'll give it to Johnson. And he's got a gain of about 4. Now, again, it's just a 4-play series before the interception last time they had it, but they run the football now 4 times for a minimum of 4 yards on each carry.
Yeah, and that's, I think you run the ball, and then you play quick, just like the see the empty formation. I think they're doing this to minimize the pressures. It's like if we get on the ball and play fast, going to be hard to pressure us, but I don't think they know Baltimore.
They're blitzing, and the pass is over the head of Johnson. And we have an update. JP, a boomer in New York.
Bears looking for a first-round bye. You know, after a Minnesota 3-and-out, guys, Jordan Howard's going to take this in from 6 yards out. They take a 7-0 lead over the Vikings. That Bears defense is giving Kirk Cousins all he can handle. Back to Jim Nance.
All kinds of things riding on that game. Philadelphia, same time as playing Washington on the NFC side. Here's a 3rd and 6. Going empty. Mayfield thought about it now. Launches long. Callaway catches it. Did he get the feet down? The official says it's a catch. Mayfield wants to hurry up the line before anybody gets a chance to look at this. But I think it's...
Well, did the right foot get in right here? This is what it's going to come down to. Oh, that's a catch.
Did he have the catch when the foot was still planted? I believe he did.
Catch.
It's 38 yards.
Quick handoff to the right.
And there's Johnson, the ball carrier, takes the pile with him and gets the ball to about the Baltimore 30. That was some catch by Callaway. And we got a flag on the field.
Get down. Get down. Get off the table, boy.
Footwork by Antonio Callaway, yet another rookie who's contributing in Cleveland.
12 man on the field, defense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Get your strong ass off the table, dude.
Here's back to that previous play.
What a throw. Over the shoulder, right foot's... I mean, I think that's in. If you paused it right when the ball's touching his hands, I'd say his right foot is on the ground.
So an enviable 1st and 5 situation now as Johnson reverses course and heads to the left.
Oh, no one goes with us. You know it's a zone. No one ran across the field.
And again, going empty. Here's Mayfield going to the end zone. Got a man open! It's caught for the touchdown! That's Perriman against his own team.